Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video right here on Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update right here. The technical situation for Bitcoin is still very similar, right? This is obviously not Bitcoin, this is XRP, which also some interesting things there. So if you're interested in XRP, check out that video. But no, I mean the situation for Bitcoin here specifically, still quite similar. We're still in that, or we're at least still forming balance right here. Between 108,000 and 106.5. Now something interesting is happening, and well, to a certain extent it's interesting, and to a certain extent it's very boring, because that is that a very narrow and tight range is forming, right? I mean, you can see yesterday, I think yesterday the price ranged between 106.9 and 107.6. Which is very tight, right? I mean, if you compare that to all the price action before, I've never seen such a tight range within the day. But that's obviously it's weekend, it's summer. Summer markets are very strange, but that also means something for the price, right? Because if we take a look at Bitcoin right now, if we take a look at the volume is still quite good, right? Because right now, last week we had some major moves. There's major fundamentals going on right now. So the volume ultimately, like the volume has been much lower in March and April and February as well. February as well. So volume has been lower, but ultimately this is very low, right? So that means that we're most likely going to get some major volatility, which is quite interesting, because lower volume means lower liquidity, and we also have, kind of imbalances to both sides, which we can move into. We have that naked POC right here at 109.7, which I think is very relevant. And then, to the downside, we have much more imbalances with a naked POC right here at 105.4, a single print at 104.5, and another single print, and major support level at 103.5. So ultimately, look, the situation is still the same as yesterday, which is that we're waiting for a breakout for Bitcoin, right? And I'll make that clearer here on the 1 hour time frame. We're waiting for either this level to break or this level to break, so that is still the same. But I think the consequences have changed. The consequences have become more severe, and I think with low liquidity, the risk of some manipulation and some fake moves, some fake deviations, also increases. So what I mean with that is we could, for example, move up to 109.7, grab that naked POC right there, and then instantly revert back and drop down lower. So price action like that is something you should be prepared for next week. You should be prepared for it at least, right? I mean, expecting it is a whole different story, and I'm not sure how you can position yourself to expect it. Because ultimately, when we're talking about Bitcoin, and we're talking in a moment, I also wanted to talk about next week and some of the possibilities there. But ultimately, especially right here, going into the beginning of July, and the fundamental risk of tension, trade war escalation, I have a little bit of a bearish bias. That's also because we are at the top of the range. And I don't think I don't see any reason why we're going to break out, right? So we're at the top of the range. There's major imbalances to the downside. Fundamentally, we have some reasons to be, slightly cautious at the very least as well. So therefore, I would say it's most likely that we are going to get that pullback, right? But the thing is will I position myself for this? At this point of time, no, because short term, because of that, low liquidity, low volume, we could just as well do something like this. Grab that imbalance, grab that naked POC, do something like this, and then pull all the way back. So ultimately, I kind of think, even though fundamentally I'm not that bullish, of course, on Bitcoin and the crypto markets here, I kind of do think this is most likely, because Bitcoin has been holding on very well. It makes sense to clear up some of the imbalances here to the upsides. It makes sense with fundamentals like these that, shorters are going to get punished first, early shorters at least, and that then from there, technically, we're at the top of the range, we're at a major resistance level, and fundamentally, there's risk of escalation in the trade war, etc. So yeah, that's what I think you need to know. Over the course of next week, I'll keep you updated on news, especially Thursday. We have a lot of major news, but throughout the week, we'll probably get some news updates as well. But that's what I think you need to know about Bitcoin for now. So thank you for watching. Have a great Sunday, and bye.